Hi, good morning. We are now into Christmas week and I'm still working on a few Christmas things. I've had a pretty rough week health-wise, so I'm a little bit behind. But today I just want to potted up some Christmas or winter decorations. So I've got these hyacinths. I've got 3 pots of them, and I'm going to just sort of set them in some moss and a bit of a display to put on the table for Christmas. And I'm hoping, because they are showing their buds, it'd be nice if they were to actually flower for Christmas. We've got a week, so we shall see. Anyway, let me just tilt you down and I'll show you what I'm doing. Right, I've got this old glass punch bowl, which doesn't get used for punch anymore, so I'm going to be using that. And a friend of mine gathered up some moss for me from down the forest, so I'm just putting a bit of moss in the bottom. This isn't a permanent display, you know, because there's no drainage in this bowl, so once they've flowered or whatever, you know, the bulbs will just get planted outside. So they're a bit pot bound, as you can see. The roots are coming out. Let's just look, very, very rooty. And I'm going to untangle them roots a bit. I got 3 different colours. I've got a pearl white, and the one I've just put in is blue pearl. I do like the blue. The blue I find is very highly scented. Usually I do grow on my own hyacinths for indoors, but I didn't this year. Right, got to fit you in the bowl as well. Untangle your roots a bit. Right, and I'm just going to pack around it with some moss. So of course, with the moss, I'll only have to water the bulbs a little bit, because the moss will retain a lot of moisture. And I've also got, when I was at the garden centre, I had a voucher to use. That's why I was there. And what I did go along to get, they didn't have, so I'm going to have to order that elsewhere. So I saw these hyacinths and I thought, as I haven't grown any this year, I would just pick some up and just do a little display with them. In there. And so I picked up a couple of poinsettias as well, because they had them on offer for people with garden centre family cards. So I thought, I'll get a couple of those. That'd be a nice splash of colour. And I'm going to attempt to keep them going through the year. I haven't brought them out to the polytunnel today because they don't like the cold, and they don't like being exposed to any cold. So there we go. So that's the hyacinths in. I'm not going to water them because the moss is fairly damp. So, but there we go. That's that one ready to go on the table. And then the poinsettia I will do indoors. I've also got an amaryllis to sort out that my friend got me for my birthday. and I need to do something with that. So I'll meet up with you again indoors. On to the next one. Right, these are the poinsettias I got. So, and this is the container I'm using to put them in. It's a wooden container, and I was given it a few years ago as part of a gift hamper, and there's a little hamper packed in it. So because it's wooden, and I'll keep them out. So what I'm going to do is line it with a bag. I don't want the container ruined by water. I shall pop the plant pots back in it, like that. And then just turn you around a bit. There we go. And then I'm going to put some of the moss that I've got left over around the top of the pots, just to hide the pots a bit. Again, it will help keep the plants moist. In the front. There we go. So very simple. Just done like that. I can now water in the pots when they need it. And like I said earlier, I'm going to try and keep these going through the year. I've never managed to succeed at that yet. And from what I've researched, don't water the poinsettias until the soil feels dry in the top of the pots. And then you don't do anything else until after the Christmas season. Now the amaryllis, which was the amaryllis bulb, which was a present from a friend for my birthday, or part of my birthday box. Again, I'm doing the same, just popping some moss around the top. And again, I'd like to try and keep the amaryllis going for the following year. So I'll have to do a bit of research on that. So if anybody's got any ideas or suggestions, then there we go. That's me amaryllis sorted for Christmas. So all of my winter plant decorations will go on the table, just to add a bit of a winter cheer, really. So yeah, so that's it. Really quick and easy, cheap. I said the moss doesn't cost us anything, you know, it's come from down the forest. We've got loads of moss down in our forests, and yeah, and it's perfect for helping to keep the plants moist, stop them drying out. Not that we've got central heating anyway. Yeah, and it looks nice and effective. So that is that little job done. I just want to quickly show you the wreath on the front door. A friend popped this in this morning. She made it for us, and she brought it along as a little pre-Christmas gift to decorate the front door. So that saved me a little job of having to make a little wreath for the front door. So we're slowly getting there with some winter decorations. And another little decoration by the front door. A friend had this little pine tree growing where she was doing some work, so she dug it up and brought it to me. So it's now been potted up and will be a little tree outside the door. We have got little solar lights on it, and around the bottom is, these are actually glass big lumps of like glass rocks, which I've had for a long time. Yeah, so they just set the little tree off in its pot by the door.